In this video, I'm going to talk about a third-party tool called as AzureSpeed.com. Now, this tool is available in the internet in the web form. So I'm at the about page. So if you want to access the tool, you can navigate to AzureSpeed.com slash Azure slash about. And then on the left hand side, there are many options for you to test functionality related to Azure. This tool is a speed test tool that measures the network latency, download and upload speed across multiple global locations. It is maintained by a user called as Blair Shen. You can navigate to the GitHub page for this particular user. So there is a GitHub page which is actively maintained. Uh, I've seen that this code has undergone more changes in the last 3 or 4 months, so it is constantly being updated. Now, what does this tool do? So first, if I click on latency test, this tool tests the latency from your location to the Azure data centers across the world. There are various regions, as you see over here: Asia Pacific, Europe, US, Middle East, Canada, South America, Africa. So you can navigate to different regions and then check out how what is the latency. Now, if you see here, this is already being this chart is defining, basically showing you the latency of from France Central. So it has a latency of 288 milliseconds. Latency test result for Europe, France Central, physical location is Paris, 288 milliseconds is the latency. Now, if I select Australia Southeast, then what happens is it picks up the Australia Southeast Victoria, which is pretty much close to from my place, and the latency has come to 66 millisecond compared to what was there for France. So like this, you can actually test the latency from your location to the Azure data center. Now you can select multiple regions. So like if you want to check what is the latency from Italy North or Central US or West US too. So if you want to check that latency, you just select it and then it will give you that list. So West US is 210 milliseconds, Central US 234 to 33 milliseconds, and this is how the latency gets generated. So it's a handy tool if you want to know how will be the speed if you're building a multi-tenant application, or if you're building a multi-region application within Azure, then this is a good tool for you to test the latency. Now you can also test region to region latency. Now this is a screenshot which was put way long back. Now this is not applicable currently. However, it gives you a clear indication that uh, if you check the round trip time between Azure regions, so take for example, if you want to check Australia Central, and from Australia Central, if you want to see what is the latency till South Central US, it is showing as 174. Now, this is an old record, but I would highly recommend you to run the latency test and come out with your own latency. PsPing Network Latency Test. Now, this is again a tool. Within this tool, when you download this tool, it extract the entire packages and open the command prompt. Now here what happens within this tool is you will be able to test the actual latency. Now what do you mean by actual latency? So what it says is like, although the web-based Azure speed test tool is helpful, it cannot measure latency with ICMP ping or TCP ping. So if you are into those areas, ICMP and TCP, then if you want to have a precise result then across Azure data center, then make use of tools. So that will give you a complete list of the latency from one environment to another, or one region to another. Now there's another section called as download speed test. Now from here, if I select say East Asia and Japan East, if I select this area and then if I remove the Central US, now what it will do, it will allow you to find out what is the download speed across that region from your location. So Asia Pacific location is Hong Kong, Asia Pacific Japanese location is Tokyo Saitama. Now you can download the test file. Now I'm downloading the test file. Watch what happens over here. So it will give you that indication that the speed is 4 Mbps or 5.4 Mbps. I'll just close this. So like that, you can download the test file from specific location to your machine. Now you can do it for other regions as well. Likewise, upload speed is similar to download. You can also see how the upload works. So if you want to see how the file, or if you are building an application with regards to say storage account, or if you are using an like something in blob storage, then and if your data is located in say Canada, then if you want to test the latency or the upload speed, then you can use this tool to just to get the latency from your location to specific region. So for Canada, I just selected Canada Central. I'll click on start upload speed test. So if I click on start upload speed test, it will start uploading a file, and you can see the upload speed. And now it all depends on your internet provider, and also which location, from which location are you building this application. Now one example would be, if I'm using say resume management system, and if I have a browse button in that, and my all the data are stored in say Canada central location, then this will be a good tool to understand the upload speed while testing the application. There is also a large file upload speed test if you're downloading or uploading a video, or maybe something, some file which is of great length. Like say if you're uploading 1 gigs or maybe 7 gig file, then how you will understand what is the speed which is taking for that file to upload in the target location. So you can start the testing. I'm not going to do that now, but I'm just giving you a information about it. Then there is CDN test. This will take you to then another third party tool. I haven't tested this as such. There is an Azure IP lookup, so you can actually search for service tag in region using an IP address or domain name. And these are like one of the example through which you can actually run that API. If you click on this, then it will run some command, and then you will be able to know what is the domain name lookup for that specific domain. So you can specify your domain name, your custom domain name, and it will start looking for IPv4 address or IPv6 address. Azure Sovereign Cloud, these are a handy URL for Azure Cloud. Azure Geography, so these are the set of geographies which are available. Now this geography is not completely updated, but this is still a comprehensive list, and you will exactly know for which region, which is the uh, which geography has which regions available within that. Now, as you see over here in US, there are so many locations and so many regions. So similarly for Europe, you have many regions. For South America, for Asia Pacific, you can see all these regions listed. Azure regions, if you want to see the geography, display name, physical location where the data centers are, and whether it has an availability zone or what is the pad region for it. Now, these all information are available in the Azure website, but this tool gives you a nice bit of comprehensive information about the regions. Similarly, Azure availability zones. If you want to know the availability zone, if you want to know the geography, region, physical location, and availability zone, you can refer to this particular section. Azure environment. Now, this is very much important because there are like so many internal URLs which is being used by Azure for various functionality, like for Vault, Azure Key Vault, there is vault.azure.net. For regions, there's region.as Azure, there's analysis services endpoint resources. Then for management.co.windows.net for Active Directory service endpoint. For actual login for the Active Directory is login.microsoftonline.com, and so on and so forth. So you can have a look into that. If you want to go to the management portal URL, this is a common URL which we all access. Graph URL is graph.windows.net. And for storage, you have core.windows.net. So this particular list will give you comprehensive information about how the URLs are shaped up within the Azure environment. Now here you can see the Azure IP ranges. Sometimes when you build a complex network, if you want to work around the subnet or networking component, then it is pretty much essential to understand what is the IP address, what are the ranges which are available within a specific region. And over there, like say take for example Australia South is, so the IP address range is 1371.28.0/18. So this is in a CIDR notation, so you can get this information pretty much handy from this particular website. Again, thanks to Blashend to providing the end users with this kind of tool. Now this tool is constantly getting updated. So quite possible this tool may change in over a period of time, but this is a good starting point if you want to test the latency, test the speed, test the functionality across regions, data centers, physical locations when you're building an Azure solution. Thanks for watching.